One of the things that's in John McCain's platform is a midterm to long-term energy strategy of building nuclear. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And I'd like to build most of the nuclear plants in Nevada. Nevada's 99% federally owned. I think we ought to build a lot of those plants right there in Nevada. The repository is right there. You can dispose of the spent fuel there pretty quickly and easily. Most of Nevada is uninhabited desert that's owned by the federal government. I think we ought to go in there and build them in Nevada and to provide electricity for most of the western states. And that's a midterm solution.
Do you think that happens under a McCain presidency?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Now with a Democrat Congress, of course, we're going to, I hope that Republicans earn the right to, conservatives earn the right to come back in and control the House, but it's going to be tough this year. But with Nancy Pelosi in charge of the House, it'll be difficult with Democrats in control of Congress. If you walk through what the Democrats have left us, we can't, under the Democrat Congress's vision for energy for America, you can't use coal. And America's the Saudi Arabia of the world when it comes to coal. The Democrats won't let us use nuclear. They won't let us use, of course, they can't drill anywhere. We can't use oil or gas from the United States. Really about all you're left with, and they're not even too keen on natural gas. I'm honestly not sure what they leave us with other than sail cars or geothermal, or they passed a law that said we can't. Those incandescent light bulbs, by the way, are going to be illegal.
Yeah, can't use them anymore.
I'm not sure what the television guys are going to do. I don't think those curlicue bulbs work for that high.
No, I think we're going to have to find some amplifiers.
Yeah. I voted against that idiot. I mean, that bill is just crazy. They are basically made it illegal to own an incandescent light bulb. The fluorescent bulbs with the mercury vapor in them. If you drop them and break them, theoretically, the EPA's got to send out a guy in a moon suit to come clean it up.
Nice.
And raise the CAFE standards for automobiles. Why would the government come in and tell the auto industry to raise the fuel efficiency standards? They're doing it anyway. That $4 a gallon gas and $120, $130 a barrel oil.
Big incentive.
Big incentive.
Big incentive.
People are unloading pickup trucks. Drive past any auto, even in Texas, Houston, Texas, you go by any auto dealer and look in the used car lot. It is jammed with trucks.
That's very true.
Everybody's unloading the trucks and the big SUVs and going to the smaller vehicles. We don't need to pass a law.
Well, one of the things
just let the free market work. These Democrats drive me nuts.
Well, and one of the things you've done in Congress, you brought in the 10 freeway. You've been working hard on the border.
Absolutely. Border security is top of my list.
Yes. Do you think one congressman can make a difference on the energy debate?
Ooh, that's a tough question. The energy debate is a big one. You can certainly make a lot of noise, and I'm kicking up a lot of dust. I instigated this House rebellion on the floor to get the House to stay in session, to drill here and drill now.
Do you think it's not enough to get Nancy's attention?
Already is. Nancy Pelosi said last night on the Larry King show, night before last, that she's prepared, she's open-minded about allowing a vote to drill here and drill now. She's finally getting it. I mean, she's being bombarded with phone calls. We started a movement. I've been using twitter.com, which is a great mini blog that I encourage you guys to take a look at, and all your listeners. That it's at TWITTER, twitter.com. Just sign up for the account. And we started with the House Rebellion on the House floor, really a social movement on the internet. Using a hashtag don't go, hashtag don't, D-O-N-T, go, and it's set up a separate website. And what it is that everyone can sign on to the website and sign a petition demanding that we have a vote to drill here and drill now. And any tag that we use on Twitter, if I'm talking to each other, we have Twitter. You can use that hashtag mark to send, like for example, I'm using one hashtag Texas7 as so I can talk just to constituents. In any event, one person truly can make a difference. If you're in the energy debate, it's going to be tough, but one person, I've proven that it can be done. Literally, it was a team effort, but the Katy Freeway required one guy to just be the spark plug, and I've done that and got the freeway built. I was successful in getting the Laredo sector chief and the border to close the border in Laredo. They've literally closed the border in Laredo. They're arresting everybody and throwing them in jail and then throwing them out of the country. And
what has that done to crime in Laredo?
Laredo is at almost a 50% drop in the crime rate. And right next door in Del Rio, where they're doing the same program, they've had about a 70% drop in the crime rate. And the local community loves it. The local community is 96% Hispanic. This is not this issue has nothing to do with a person's where they're from or their heritage. It's just it's a mom and pop issue. It's a law and order issue. If you've got kids and you want safe streets, this program works. And it's something that I'm proud that I've been the instigator of in the Del Rio sector. It started with a federal judge. Then I picked it up and got it implemented in Laredo, and we've just got it rolled out in the Rio Grande Valley sector. They're ramping it up slowly in the Rio Grande Valley. So I can't really say it's in place yet in Brownsville or McAllen or Hidalgo County, but it's coming.
But leadership works.
Leadership works. One guy can make a difference. I've proven that.
Okay. Now we're in a Democrat Congress, so we have one guy. If we can get enough people together on this energy issue,
no question,
can we move this thing forward?
Yes.
Okay.
The key is public awareness and public pressure, because what they Democrats can't stand, liberals can't stand, is sunlight. They don't like all these lights, and that's the power of the internet. That's the power of social media, and the power of Quick, the filming that she was doing on the Quick.com.
Right.
By shining sunlight in all the dark corners of Congress and giving the liberals nowhere to hide, they won't be able to get away with this. I mean, the only way that a guy can take money out of your pocket is if the lights are off. And if the lights are on, they can't take money out of your pocket. And a lot of the worst offenses, a lot of the most outrageous abuses of legislative power have occurred in the dead of night, in the dark of night. And so one person can make a difference. Sir Richard, it's a great question. It's tougher on energy. It can be. I did it on the Katy Freeway. I've done it on the border. Energy's tougher, but we can definitely turn up the heat on her.
Is there anything that can be done locally?
Locally, frankly, in Texas, we need to make sure that we protect our right to work, that we make sure that we keep the unions at bay in Texas, that we keep litigation and taxation at bay, that we keep protect our free market in Texas. Locally, we need to be very protective and proud of Texas and the legacy that we've got here. The job growth in the United States has occurred largely in Texas. If you look at where jobs are
they're coming right here.
Right here in Texas. I mean, the city of Houston is actually creating most of the jobs in Texas. We've got, I think, the biggest single chunk, and then Dallas is right behind us. And it's all because of freedom. It's because freedom works. We have free people making free choices in free markets. We thrive. We don't have zoning. Taxes are low. We have no income tax. We need to protect those things. Make sure we're electing fiscal conservatives, both the state legislature, to Congress, to county government. And I really want to stay away from party label and just focus on fiscal conservative, and that people keep their word. They elect elected officials who are going to keep their word.
So if we can get the people behind the Congress, we can make something happen here.
Yes. The key is information. If people have the right information, the reason Pelosi's moving is because people know what she's doing.
Well, I think she will move. I don't see if she has a choice.
They don't have a choice because we know.
And if we can keep the pressure on, we can make things happen.
The only hope we've got for the country is really for us, we the people, to take back the government, is to, I think, truly using the social media tools. I'm convinced.
Well, Mr. Congressman, this has been fascinating.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts?
No, thank you for doing this, and I hope that we'll get you moved into the age of broadcasting on the internet. You need to look at quick.com and some of these other streaming video services and texting, because the old media is going to go the way of the horse and buggy.
I couldn't agree more.
You're going to see radio and television and print media absorbed into the internet and become a part of. For example, you'll have your own custom news page, as I do. I've got my own RSS feeds and my own Google. I use Google Reader and RSS feeds, so I can just pick up. I mean, the printed word, you're still going to have a need for the printed word, but essentially on the internet, I can pick up a clipping service that I have put together myself that's custom, and I can see embedded video, the news stories that I'm interested in, track what you're doing, Richard, and other things on a single page. And that's the best hope we've got for the future of the country, is to give free people the right information in a timely manner and let them be in the room with us to hear and see what we're doing as elected officials, and then we can take back the government and make America work.
On World Energy, what we did was we took out the filter.
Yeah. There's
no reporters and no editors. Everything we've got comes directly from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, that's terrific.
And I think the bigger connection we can make with, for lack of a better term, John Q. Public,
right,
the better we can get people together and get something done.
Yeah, that's terrific. Thank you for taking time with me today.
I'm Richard Loomis for World Energy Television, and thank you very much for watching.